Hey, welcome. Good morning. It is early in the morning today. I am ready to get it going. My name is Magdalene Janet. If you are new, welcome. I'm always here literally 3 to 4 times a week. So please subscribe and don't miss any videos. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok daily too. So follow me there because I post a lot on like Instagram stories. This video that you requested, that you wanted, best new makeup from 2024. It's really hard because there was a lot of good stuff. I don't know if I should do like 2 videos, a part 1 and a part 2. First things first is eyebrows. The 2 best eyebrow products that I released, in my opinion, were these 2. I love both of these so much. These are both brow glues. They're more like brow glue wax. I don't know which one should I use. I really like both. I used this one a lot more this year. So let's use the L'Oreal. These are both really good. The trick to these type of glue thingies, you have to let this sit, kind of marinate in these hairs. It works better. If you just start combing them, I find that it doesn't work. I do have very sparse brows. My brows are a little different. And when we let it sit like this. So let's talk about things that happened in 2024. So 2024 was quite the year for me personally. It was really hard. This year was the year that I really felt like I was on my own. I really had to make social media happen because nobody was gonna come save me, okay? And that is typically how life goes. You have to save yourself. You see how like nicely these brows go? And I was just thinking, like, yesterday we hit 75K subscribers. 75K. Could you believe that? I'm still in shock. It hit me. I knew I was gonna film today and I'm like, you know what? Let's just talk about the trials and tribulations. Since I'm not vlogging the end of the month, I took some break off vlogs. This was the last vlog I posted. So if you haven't caught it, please catch it because it's such a good vlog. I pour my heart and soul into it. I was thinking yesterday, let's talk today as we get ready, talk about the new makeup. I'm gonna try to get as organized as possible. Another new product that released is, you see, look, I'm losing it, is this nano pencil from CoverGirl. Also, this new one from NYX. I love both of these. They're both sort of nano pencils. I like really tiny pencils because they get into like the sparse areas so freaking well. CoverGirl's in medium brown, and then I have ash brown here. The only thing with nanos is that they could break so easily, so you want to make sure you don't bring out too much. NYX and CoverGirl. Let's start with the NYX brow. These are like their nanos that literally just released this week, last week, I mean, this week or last week, I don't know. So I'm just gonna fill it in. Let me do my eyebrows and then we'll talk about the year, because girl, I feel like this is about to be a venting session. Ooh. Oh wait, no, this brown from CoverGirl, it's a medium brown. I have to use like the black because you see how it turned red. That's a no. I love the pencil. I think I just have the wrong shade. I did use the black brown when I reviewed it. Okay, brow's good. I'm just priming my lids really quick. Easy eyeshadow look, because I feel like this year I wasn't doing a lot with eyeshadows. I was keeping it super simple. 2 eyeshadow palettes that are very similar and released this year are these 2. The Mario and the Natasha Denona small palette. I literally just reviewed this one. It is very similar to this one. If you don't have the Mario, I would suggest to get this one because it covers shades really well. Although there's only 5, if you want more of a variety, of course, get this one. This has multiple shades and it's more. It's $52 versus $27. Let's use this one because I literally just reviewed this yesterday. I don't know, I want to do something simple. Let's grab this shade right here. Mario also released his other palette. This one right here, I really like this. It's a very cool tone palette. This is more of an everyday palette that I personally would use. You know I love matte because I have oily skin. I'm just tapping that wet concealer all over the lid. I'm legit tempted to leave it like this. Someone in the comments yesterday asked me to do a simple look, and that's my inspo for today, is to do something very simple every day. We're gonna use just that shade, right? I want to use this shade right here, this brown. Maybe mix it in with this one because it's very forgiving. Brown is super easy to use. Keep it super close to the lash line, and you're gonna do tapping motions. You're gonna literally follow the shape of your eye. I know know we started talking about 2024. Hold on. Let me finish this really quick. This was the eye look I was doing all year long. It was something like this. I get this and just blend it out. Instead of my usual wing, like long wing, I started doing this little bitty wing, and I find that it just goes so well with my eye shape. You can make it as dark or as light as you want. Something like this, super easy. You could blend it out to soften it up or not. You know me, I'm over here looking like, do we need to add anything? I feel like we need a little Oh, look, let's get this brush. Grab maybe this shade right here. Let's add a little more, maybe depth at the end here on the crease. I'm keeping my eyes open so I know where my fold is. Just kind of messily, honestly, like bam, bam, done. You can get your big brush and diffuse the edge. You want to diffuse your eyeshadow so it looks soft. If it's not blended and or diffused, it's gonna look harsh, and it can actually do the opposite, not complement your eye shape or your face shape. When all else fails, blend, blend, blend away. The best way I find to blend is by being a little gentle. So you're gonna get your brush gently kind of blend. If you're too harsh, you're gonna mess with your skin, and it's also gonna either remove that product or make the eyeliner here look harsh. So you just wanna be gentle. And it's taken me years to get to this point because I'm a heavy-handed girl, okay? Okay, I think this is good, right? Is this easy enough? Let me know. You didn't have to do this. That's just a little, you know. Eyes are done. There was good primers this year. I really love the NYX Blur Screen primer, but I used it all up because it was that good. So that was definitely a favorite. You know how much I use this one, especially in the summer. This is a mattifying primer, but it's super matte. So it could be a little sus, a little too much. It works so well. It blurs the skin in a way that your makeup will last so well. But before we even get to that point, this kind of peels. It kind of makes you look dry and dehydrated. You can get over that part, will be so good. Another one that's not similar, but this is more of a blurring primer. I really, really like this. It's more hydrating and it blurs your pores really well. Huda Beauty's new one is a good one. You guys have asked me about the best foundations of 2024. I did 2 videos. I believe last month I swatched 80 of my high-end foundations, so I'll link that video down here in the description box. And I also did the top 10 Sephora foundations that I love, and those I believe are pretty new, so I will link those for you there. I can't think of anything new. Like the best foundation that I felt was for this year. I'm gonna use it today. So you see, look, we're matte. I didn't use a lot because I'm not trying to look all super dry, so just use a little bit and it goes a long way. I want to get a little bit of this one. Kind of do this action. You know what I'm thinking? I think I'm gonna do a part 2 tomorrow of new makeup because there's so much newness. I think a part 2 would be good. This is my second full year being a full-time content creator. If you don't know, I was in corporate. My favorite all-time foundation, we got her right here, Prada Beauty. I know she's expensive. Well, girl. Another favorite at the drugstore for me was this one. It's very different in texture and formula. This is more hydrating your skin, but better. Something affordable that's good, that your skin will love, but also provide coverage is this one. I've had a corporate job all my life. This is literally the first time as an adult that I don't have a corporate job, and I'm on my second year of being a full-time content creator. Being a content creator is literally like having your own business, basically. I forgot to add some of this. This also has me in a chokehold this year. The Dior little Lumi stuff. Let me add just a little bit. I'm at the Dior stuff right here. Going from corporate to not corporate and being on your own, it's hard. I feel like this year it hit me a lot harder. Last year, it was my first year. I feel like I was kind of getting my feet wet. I'm trying to think, was last year my first year? This year, it just, for me, settled where it's like, this is you. This is your job. Like, this is what you do. This is how you make a living. This is how you pay rent. This is it. And this year I was like, damn. Although I love what I do, I wouldn't pick anything else, especially because I know what the other side looks like. I know what corporate is. It's kind of like I've been there, done that. I don't want to go back. There was times this year I thought I had to go back because social media, to make a living, it's hard. It's not as easy. Being a Latina content creator, it's a lot harder because my content is more beauty, it's more teaching. I don't have a family channel. It's not pranks, more of a beauty and a standard of teaching, I would say. Being a Latina and in beauty, I find it's a lot harder because there isn't a lot of us here doing beauty, does long form content on YouTube consistently. And I really didn't realize until this year things were just like, whoa, slapping me in the face. I just thought something else. So this year, I think it was just more of awakening where I'm like, damn, there isn't a lot of us here. It's a lot harder for us to get brand deals, to get paid partnership. It ain't easy. Those were some of the challenges I had work-wise. I'm at a little bit of this. I don't want to have too much foundation and look like cake, but here we are. I'm gonna just blend. Well, I'm kind of liking this concoction. This year, NYX came out with these concealers. I'm gonna use this as a color corrector. Ooh, I love it. I'm gonna leave it like that. And then bronzing. I just did this recently. I'm loving this so much. This is the Huda Beauty and Latte. That really took 2024 storm. This bronzing situation. On to what were we talking about? Yeah, it's hard out here. You know, we all have different hearts. For me, this career is hard. At the same time, though, I wouldn't have it any other way. I really love what I'm doing. I literally wake up every morning so happy to call this my job and to be able to sustain, because really you could start this to keep it and to keep it going. That's really what the hard part is. And I think this year, that's what that realization was for me. Going in my third year, now I'm confused. Is this my second or third year? This year hit me like, okay, things are different in the sense that just a lot more experience. With experience, your mindset changes. I mean, that's typically the hope with experience, is that you change a little bit, not like your core of who you are, but your mindset and what is a priority and what isn't. And this year was like, ooh, girl, it's been hard, but I've been able to meet so many great people, have had a lot of great experiences, have worked with brands that I love. And something that's really hard and like what people don't talk about, when you do social media like me, I do it alone. Like, I don't have a manager, I don't have a boyfriend or husband helping me in any way, I don't have financial help, I don't have management, lawyers, anyone speaking for me. I do it all alone, which I love. I do like to have control of everything, but at a certain point you have to give that up because you can't do it all. And that was my realization this year, where I have to need help this year coming up, and it's gonna be so hard because I like to do everything myself, especially when it comes to work. I was like, damn, this year I just felt so overwhelmed. That was like the feeling where I'm like, why am I feeling like this? And girl, it's a lot. Although we blondes, should I do a little bit of blush? A little bit of blush. Elf came out with their liquid blushes this year, and I really like them. I know a lot of people didn't because they're just not as pigmented, but I think that's what I like the most, is that they're so buildable. It's probably because I have a small face. I'm good with things that are buildable. I don't need like a splash of pigment on my face all the time. Something that the feeling overwhelmed part was more like, my house is a hot ass mess all the time, and I'm not used to that. Listen, I grew up in a Latina household. You always cleaned, okay? There was none of that, no cleaning business. Oh my God, what's happening here? Okay, here we go, here we go. Because I film here, I work here, I live here, it's gone out of control. And this year I was telling Carmen, you guys know Carmen, she's one of my good friends. I'm like, girl, I need help, and I don't like to ask for help. That's a problem too. You need to ask for help. This year, that's what I did though. I asked for a lot of help, and it was like good. Like, it was such a good feeling. Oh my God, my makeup looks a hot mess because I'm so distracted now. I'm like really talking about how I'm feeling, and I don't really do that. The trying to keep everything together, that's what became very hard for me this year. I'm gonna use the MAC New Serum Concealer. I didn't think that was an issue or ever gonna be an issue. You know, a lot of times you think you have things under control, and then there comes a day, it's random, or a week or whatever, where you have that realization shit's out of control and you can't do anything about it. And that was me a lot of this year. I just threw my hands up in the air and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna take it day by day. I'm a planner. Like, I've always been a planner. I've always had things together. That's what I love most about social media and being on your own, is like, it is so unpredictable. Today I have it planned out, but I don't know if it's gonna go like that every day as it comes. And I think that's a really good thing, especially for my type A personality to be like. The Nessa Myrix too, this concealer, I use it a lot this year. I'm gonna add a little bit. This year I started using less concealer, but like, here I am. This year though awarded me time to volunteer at the border with This Is About Humanity, an organization that I worked with this year. I started this year and it's been a life-changing experience. I wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't create my own schedule, just be able to get up and go, which I will forever be grateful for having those types of experiences, because a lot of social media, you know, a lot of it is about you. It's like the glitz and the glamour and the events and the filming and all the makeup and all the free stuff. It's nice. It's very nice. I'm able to give my family, friends, giveaways, product and stuff, and have a great connection. But a lot of that stuff is not real life. Real life is what people go through, and life is hard. It's not just easy all the time. And it's important to like keep your feet on the ground, you know? It's easy not to have your head well put and have like perspective in this industry. I'm from LA, but I feel like a lot of people that come from that are not from LA don't have that experience. There's always this idea of LA, but LA is also another metropolitan city, big city with people like us, like me, a first generation Latina who parents come here to work and find a better life. It's not about Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills and all that. A lot of people come with this idolized idea of what this city is, and they project that attitude being here. And I found that a lot because I go to a lot of events. I meet a lot of different types of people. Typically in my corporate job, or like previously to social media, I didn't meet a lot of non-LA people because most I just kept to my friends and stuff. I've been meeting just a lot of people because of that. It's the type of job that I have. It's made sense. I'm like, oh, I see why people say that about LA. I never really thought of it like that because I don't live that side of LA. With that being said, that's why it's important to remain and have your feet on the ground, to have people that support you, really have your best interest, really will call you out when you need to be called out with stuff. So this year I've had like an epiphany of a lot of things. I think the other 2 years I was just more on cloud 9 that I was able to do this as a job, you know? Now it's like the reality has set in, which I'm happy because it's just a way to have a better understanding too. Like, I have a better understanding of my life, what I do for a living, how it intersects with my personal life, how it doesn't, how I have to maintain discipline, accountability for what I do now a lot more than when I had a corporate job. Know what's been happening this year. I don't talk about personal things. I just feel like it's a privilege to do social media as a job, like as a for real job, like a full-time job. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that it isn't work. It is so much freaking work, and it's frustrating and it's joyous and I get mad, I get sad, I get frustrated. There's a lot of emotions that come with this job. Part of that is because I chose it. I chose this as my career almost 7 years ago. And sometimes, you know, you think when you choose things, you think it's the right thing. And then you also think like, did I make the right decision? I had a lot of that this year. Like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? Should I have left my job? Should I get a new job? That happens all the time. You know, keeping the work-life balance. And, you know, we all have different hearts. I'm not a parent, so I don't know what that heart is. Although I babysat my nieces and nephew for 7 days. In the last vlog, it's there. Please watch that vlog, because girl. And it's hard. The way I was tired every single day, my jaw would go to sleep like at 8:30 or 9. Like, what the heck? Anyway, being a parent is no joke. And that's something I learned this year. Babysitting my nieces and nephew. I've done it twice this year. Whew! Bow down to my moms, especially the ones doing it on their own. That shit's hard. Okay, this powder, you know, had me in a chokehold along with the powder puff. One Size came out with their peach powder also. And then Huda Beauty with their peach too. So So many powders, so little time. But you know, I'm gonna use this one. Okay, you know I do too much, but I'm gonna get this. We're gonna bake the under eyes just a little. This year I really stopped baking because my under eyes are way too crepey, scary for all that, but here I am. You guys, I legitimately lost my sand powder from Rare Beauty. I don't know where it is. I'm in the shade Sand, but I'm using Almond. This is a little too warm, but it's what I have. I'm just gonna go lightly. Set this. Babysitting the kiddos, it just put in perspective, like, dang, it's hard. It's hard, but I loved it. They are the cutest little kids. I babysat them the other day too, like 2 days ago. We went to the movies. We saw Mufasa. It was really good. Okay, just a little bit. I'm not trying to look all. And now I want to, so where are you? The peach that One Size has, I feel like it's a little brighter. It works better with my skin tone. The Huda Beauty one is nice. It's not as bright as I personally would like it. So we're gonna use the One Size. You know, Huda Beauty is the GOAT when it comes to powders. Bronzer and blush. NYX right here. First of all, I've been complaining how the drugstore doesn't have a solid bronzer, period. This year I also kind of updated my content, doing more teaching videos, more full face videos, hair videos, style videos, outfit videos, especially during short. I went to a lot of events this year and I feel like all that was just helping me update the content that I'm giving you guys, the videos, just because it felt a little mundane. It felt a little Groundhog's Day-y. Although, like I was telling you, every day is so different, but at the same time, when it came to my actual content, I'm like, okay, I want to change it up. I want to do something more exciting, something that I know you guys would like. And the longer videos, I kind of took on that this year. You guys have really been liking it, so thank you so much for just taking the time out to watch, especially longer videos, because that's something I contemplated with a lot. The blush, this is the shade For the Butter, and then this is Butter Biscuit. Content, I love the change I did. I love that you guys love it, because I could change it all I want, but if you don't like it, then it's not a good change. Been really loving these types of videos like this, just talking about makeup. My vlogs, I've been loving to vlog. You guys have been liking the vlogs too. Just trying to update everything. It's been hard too, because you know, a lot of times we get used to having our routine, and once that routine is set, it's like, why change it? To change is to adapt. To adapt is to create new things, and being creative, like having this platform and creating content, it's very creative. Like a lot of my ideas I'll get when I'm driving, when I'm taking a shower. It's not really like I sit down and brainstorm. Sometimes I'll hang out with some of my social media friends, like Valentina. She and I brainstorm together all the time. I could do it with her easily. We'll just talk about ideas, but I can't do that alone. Like alone, I just like my mind to go and to come up with ideas and ideas and ideas. That's kind of how I go about it. I don't have this planner. Tried this year to be a little more organized. But I laugh because, girl, I'm a hot ass mess. I'm still not as organized. Last year, I did a better job at writing things down. This year, I did more like praying and manifesting. I pray speaking on a YouTube panel. I remember talking to one of my friends. You guys know Jessica, the Mexican beauty. I was like, hey, I want to be on a panel this year. I just kind of threw it out there. She's like, yeah, like, why not type of deal, you know? Let's use this highlight from L'Oreal. It's brand spanking new, but I'm loving it. Like, add it here. It gives like such a pizzazz, and it goes on so well on top of like your creams. That was like honestly the highlight of the year. Being on that panel, going to San Francisco. It's on the last vlog too, when I babysat the kids. Girl, I'm telling you, that vlog was like the vlog to end the year. I couldn't believe it. Like when I saw the email and I was like, oh no, this is legit, because you never know. I'm like, a panel, what the heck? The makeup's kind of makeuping. I was on cloud nine, I'm really proud of my change I've done with my content, and I'm really happy you guys like it. A long time I felt like I had to make shorter videos to make them work, and I was like, no, I could take up space just as much as anyone can, you know. And I feel like changing with, you know, just updating my mindset just has made a world of a difference. I love long videos. Long form videos are the best. I won't stop. I think it's important for you guys to know the personality of who you watch and who you take your time out to watch and to comment and to show love, and that's what long form does. I feel, especially me, I like to talk. I am a talker, and it's funny, I'm like both. I'm a talker, but I could be super quiet and like so reserved. It's like you have to catch me on the day, you know. Oh wait, Kosas has these new eyeliners. What was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the long videos. If you ever see me out in the street, you'll know who I am because my personality will be the same. When I was with my nieces and nephew, we were at Target, and this girl looked at me. You're watching, shout out to you. She looked at me and we kind of just smiled at each other, and we're walking past, and she's like, I love your videos. I was like, me? And then my niece and nephew, they kind of stopped. They're like, yeah, your YouTube? I'm like, yeah. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, when things like that happen, I'm like, what? Me? But thank you guys. If you guys ever see me, talk to me, because let me know. I want to talk to you too, because it's always fun. Like, it really warms my heart, because it takes balls to, you know, talk to someone in person. Okay, I won't even lie. It takes guts. All of y'all who have said something to me, you're that girl, because that's not easy. My makeup, am I liking it? I kind of am. This blush is out of control. So how am I gonna fix it? I'm gonna get some of this powder. I'm gonna have to get this foundation brush. Where is it? I just feel like it's way too high. Why did I do that? No sé. Did we fix it? Oh yeah. Oh hey now. Let's get more blush. I mean, a little bronzer. Okay, we have to kind of wet the skin a little bit. Does your nose completely run when you have a full face of makeup on? That doesn't happen too often for me, but it just happened right now. I'm gonna just put a little bit of foundation on. Blend that powder. Now that we have a little more foundation, I can add it here. Oh, this year I also went to my first movie premiere with a beauty brand as a content creator with Rare Beauty. That was so cool. That was another highlight. Like, oh, great things are coming, and I'm so excited. My new life, so to speak, because I was so used to being in corporate and having that lifestyle. This year just came to the realization, like, damn, that it's no longer that. And it's okay. Like, I'm happy. Change is good. You know, change is good. Okay, let's spray this. Let's use this first. Let's bring some hydration because I'm looking dry. But as you know, I have oily skin, so I'll be looking a little radiant in a few hours. There's no mascara that I feel like came out swinging this year. Let me check, but I don't think so. But something that did come out swinging was this right here. Oh my, so good. Ooh, this will keep your makeup set. Your makeup will not move. Ooh, okay, skin is skinning, huh? You know, I always like to go back, reinforce the steps a little bit. Because the skin's a little wet, your makeup will kind of stick on better if you do these reinforcements really quick. Okay, let's get a lip. Okay, the lip category is so good this year. One of my favorites were the lip tint from NYX. I'm gonna use this as a lip tint because my lips need some color. This is not the shade I wanted. I wanted something more pink. This is Bubblegum Burst. So these really stain. You just have to leave them on. With lip stains, the longer you leave it on, the more stain you're gonna get. So let's leave this for a few minutes. Been on for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Let's see. These are perfect for a no makeup look. Just to give a little color to your lips, a little intensity. My favorite lip liners happen to be from the drugstore this year. NYX and Maybelline. Maybelline came out with these. Let me see if it's gonna match my look. A little brown. Yeah. This is the shade. Oh, what's the shade? On It. One of my favorite formulas. NYX are plumping. They're not matte like these. Kind of mattify, but not as much as the Maybellines. MAC came out with their lipsticks. This is the shade Sweet Deal. It's like their Climax lipstick. I add just a little of it. And then the Teddy Tint. The Teddy Tint lipsticks. These are, they give a tint, but they're pigmented. They layer on top of lipsticks well. So lightweight. It feels very airy. Just like a, oof. I ended up using my oh so favorite MAC mascara just because Maybelline had this one too. I forgot to use it today. I'll use it tomorrow in part 2 of new makeup because I kind of like just doing the full face of new makeup. All of these products really work so well. For my skin tone, I'm medium to tan. Skin tone Latina with neutral undertones, but it could be a little bit olive undertone as well. Also, my skin type, I have oily skin. I do talk about having oily skin a lot because a lot of you guys have my type of skin. Having oily skin is a big important part of this channel because we have oily skin here and makeup goes on very differently, especially if your skin type creates a lot of moisture and a lot of oils. So these are all brown skin approved, oily skin approved, Latina approved, and look, even a cool toned look looks good. Okay, and this lip combo, I kind of like it. It's cool tone, but the pinky here just added a little. Have any questions on these makeup products? Have you tried any of these? And I just want to thank you for the love and support. Thank you for listening to me open up. I typically don't talk about how I'm feeling or personal things. I do talk about it a little more on the vlogs, but I just feel like with the internet, it's one of the most beautiful things that we have, but it's also very scary. I try to really tiptoe in a very fine line with stepping on both sides. You don't know who's watching, how people will react, how people will take a message. I'm very careful on the things I say and talk about, but today I just felt like opening up and I'm just feeling a certain type of way because this year was really hard. Just really pushing through and knowing like on this journey by myself. I do have family support and I do have friend support that I appreciate so much, but the day-to-day is me. I'm doing the filming, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the emails, I'm doing the contracts, I'm doing all that, and it is a lot of work that I'm so happy to do and I'm grateful and I'm privileged to do, but it also doesn't take away that it gets tiring. And I found myself this year too taking a lot of time off, taking 3 days straight off. Remember in June, I took like, I think 3 weeks off because I did a laser too. Taking time off is very important, kind of to just re-energize, to bring yourself together. You guys know I've been on my working out regimen strictly for this last year. I also stopped drinking this last year. So it's been a great year with so many great things happening, and I wouldn't be here without your love and support and you literally being right here in the video right now at this moment towards the end, watching it, taking the time out to spend here with me. That literally makes my heart burst. Cry, but this makeup girl has to laugh. Oh my god, my eyes got watery. But thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for 75k subscribers. I love you guys. I truly love you and appreciate every single one of you supporting me and cheering me on. I see you. I see you and I love you and thank you so much. I will have everything linked down below for you. When you use my links or you click on the screen and buy through that, it really does help my channel out tremendously. So if you want to buy something, if you're ever looking for something new, please feel free to use my links. You can also DM me on Instagram. I can send you links there if you want. And thank you. I love you. And stay tuned for part 2. We're going to keep the ball rolling with another full face of bomb makeup, you know? Okay, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, bye, bye. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any videos because you know I'm here. 2025, we're coming. Okay, bye.